Hello, hi. This is Dr. V.S. Priya, the first trans woman doctor from the state of Kerala. I'm here before you all to talk about gender. Yes, people who see me might think a lot about who this person is. Is this he or she? And what is his or her gender? Yes, we are all unaware of gender. We don't know what is gender, what is sexuality, what is sex. See, recently a media person called me to tell about my take on a recent controversy going on in our state of Kerala regarding sex education. And I told them like it's really a need of the hour because we, being a gender queer, are the greatest victims of the unawareness of or people not knowing about gender and sexuality. So what is gender? Gender is what a person feel about his sex. That is like, if I'm feeling like I am a man, yes, I am a man. But the society assesses us on the basis of our looks, of our body, and that is sex. We don't know how to differentiate sex and gender. And that is purely because we are all unaware of these facts. And now, let me talk about myself. I am Dr. V.S. Priya, practicing in Sitaram Ayurvedic Specialty Hospital in Thrissur. I started my career since 2012. I did my graduation in 2009 from Vaidyaratnam Ayurvedic College, Thrissur. And I did my post-graduation from KVG Ayurvedic Medical College in Sulya in the year 2012. And I started practicing in the same year. And I had worked in various institutions across Kerala state as a resident medical officer, as a guest lecturer, as an Ayurvedic consultant, as a consultant physician. I had done what all in my career. And I was totally unhappy because I was born in the wrong body. Yes, I am a transgender. A transgender means my biological sex and my gender identity was totally different. I was like, from my early childhood itself, I understood this. I knew I was different from others, and I didn't know what the difference was. I knew I was a girl deep inside myself, but I couldn't express myself. I couldn't express my gender. I was like given the roles of a boy. Whenever I started expressing my gender, everyone around me, including my family members, they would limit me. They would tell me like, you're a boy, you should behave as a boy, you should dress as a boy. But I didn't knew that I was a boy. I couldn't recognize my, maleness. Whenever I come in front of a mirror, I feel like this is a totally different person. I'm not this person. The inside of myself is totally different. So I hail from a generation that was totally unaware of all these, even unaware of the term transgender or queer. And during those days, people used to mock at me. Wherever I go, people used to make fun of me, including my school days. Whenever I get into a classroom, people, my colleagues, my classmates used to tease me. They used to make fun of me. I was like totally broken up, I lost my confidence. I couldn't go in between. Whenever I have to enter into a public place, I was like in a dilemma whether I have to go there. In home also, I used to be in my room. I don't want others to come into my space, my personal space. If a guest come in my home, I used to run to my room and I just shut down my room and sit inside there. Because I didn't knew how to face the society, how to face people. I was totally confused regarding my gender. And when I started, recognizing, my body started changing. That is during my adolescence period, my sex, I mean, like my sex, biological sex was showing up. It's like, we develop a kind of aversion for our own body, and that is called gender dysphoria. And I started developing that from my early 13s. And it was a horrible phase of my life, I thought of even suicide. I didn't want to live in a body that does not belong to me. But then finally I started diverting my concentration from my gender identity, from the bullying, from the isolations. I started focusing on my studies. I wanted to, survive. I wanted to be like everyone around me. But somehow it was difficult for me because my schoolmates were all familiar with me. We were all familiar with my mannerisms. They couldn't stop themselves mocking at me whenever I passed by. So it was like, a crucial situation for a human being to survive. Do you know what is the greatest challenge a human being could face? It's identity crisis. Somebody of you might think it is financial crisis or family crisis or whatever, but I would say rather it is identity crisis. If you are born in the wrong body, see, I am talking about my status, okay? Transgender or the gender is basically a spectrum. We cannot put that in a binary form. That is, we cannot box people as male or female. The society, the conservative society of our nation, of our country, try to box every individual in two boxes as male and female. And we can't, accept a person who doesn't fall in either of these boxes. So I was struggling for that. I was struggling for acceptance. So I had to put me in either of any of two of these boxes. So I did my, my survival technique, my survival plan was to enact the opposite gender. Actually, when I started my transition, people around me thought like a male is undergoing transition to female, to change his gender to female. But the reality happened is a female took her own self inside out. That is what happened in reality. So the survival technique I followed was that I started masking my gender identity. I started masking my gender expressions. I started enacting as a male. And during my entrance coaching, for 1 year, I had enough time to prepare myself, to change my mannerisms, to mask my mannerisms, and behave as another person. And I entered my professional college as a boy or as a male student. And I was totally successful. I could mask my mannerisms and identity things. And nobody identified me. Nobody identified my gender. Nobody identified me as a transgender. And I could successfully complete my education. I didn't face any isolations or bullying in my college days. My college days were all fun. And I was like, I was comparing my old life. I was comparing my school life, the traumatic school life, to my college life. My college life was almost, I wanted to be unnoticed. I wanted to live as a normal student. And I was successful in that. So I was living as a male, in a male profile for all the academic life of my, BAMS plus MD. And after that, when I started my career, I was more focused on my work. I was actually, focusing on my work because I could run away from my gender. I could run away from my gender identity. I didn't want to think about that. I just wanted to live in the safe zone of the society. So when I recognized that I cannot run anymore from my gender identity, I started thinking about myself, about my past, about my life, about my future. And then all of a sudden, I thought like this life is worthless. Either I should stop it here or I should live as myself. Because it is really a terror that or a horror that you have to live as another person for the whole of your lifetime. And I started researching upon that. When I joined as consultant physician in Sitaram Ayurvedic Specialty Hospital in Thrissur, I was almost settled. I could go there from my home within 10 minutes. So it was like I am almost done, I am almost settled in my profession. So then I had enough ample time to think about myself. And then when I thought about myself, I didn't have anything to think, because my colleagues, my co-workers, everybody had family, they had kids, but I didn't had anything to think about. I didn't had any aims and objectives of life. They gave me salary, but I don't know where it went, because I didn't had any savings. So I didn't want to leave. I was literally a breathing machine. So then first I thought of suicide. But then actually I am a physician who do counseling for patients approaching me with anxiety, depression and all. And I do advise them, I do give them talks about the importance of life. And I thought about that. It is not applicable for me. Is it not applicable for me? Yes, it is applicable. Life is precious for me also. So I should rethink. I should rethink about living apart from suicide. So I started thinking, is there a way out for me from this complicated situation? Yes, then I discovered I didn't had any outside contacts or social connections to connect with like-minded people outside. I was almost a family person. I was almost more studious in my life. So I just wanted some resources, and internet gave me more than that. So actually I started my research while I was practicing in Sitaram, and then when I got a confidence that I could present everything within my family, I talked with my mother. I told her like, see, I am a woman and I want to be a woman. So actually they had ample signs about that in my childhood, because I was effeminate in childhood. And then in the beginning she was reluctant to accept that fact, but then I waited. I was patient enough for my family acceptance. I waited and waited for long. For almost 1 year I waited for my family acceptance. I wanted the people I loved the most to be with me in my most precious moments of life. So I didn't want to run away from my home, from my family. And then after they accepted me, I started my transition. And still I was working, I was practicing in the same hospital. I did my hormone transition during those days, and I kept it a secret. And then slow by slow, my body started changing to the opposite sex, and people started recognizing me. And some of them started mocking at me. See what happened to this doctor? He's changing, he's getting more effeminate. I just didn't mind anything. I knew what will happen next. So I did another tactics, to survive this situation. That is, I started making friends with every one of my colleagues, starting from cleaning staff to the management staff in the hospital. And I started silently, sensitizing them. I started making them aware what is gender, what is sexuality, what is sex, what are the differences between all these three. So by the end of that year, almost every staff in my hospital knew what is a transgender. And finally, I arranged a meeting and I called the managing director, and I told them, see, I am a trans woman and I wish to change my biological sex to match my gender. and he was at most supportive, and we gave a meeting for the whole staff in the hospital, and I took a long leave. I told them, see, when I am returning, you won't see the old Dr. Jinu Shashidharan, and instead you'll see me as myself. I was acting as Dr. Jinu Shashidharan for this much time. And after my surgical transitions, almost I had done with almost more than 6 or 7 surgeries. It was all painful. It was all very heartsome. But I had enough courage to face everything, to make me myself inside out. And finally, after my surgical transitions, I re-entered, or I rejoined the hospital as Dr. V.S. Priya. And then it was very easy. In the beginning, it was a bit confusing for the staffs. Who is this person? Who is this lady? But then it was all smooth. My transition was all very smooth. My family accepted me. My workplace accepted me. And now I am here before you as Dr. V.S. Priya, the complete woman inside out. Thank you.